Hello, welcome to Food and Barbecue. Today I'm gonna inaugurate my new smoker cabinet, and doing that I'm gonna cook some rib tips, and I've also got 2 slabs of something they call rib steaks, and I was really happy. I thought I found thick cut ribs, which you can say I did, but it's actually like a spare rib. It's a thick cut spare rib, and wow, it's gonna be working the same, I would assume, but anyway, still can't find thick cut ribs in Sweden. So I've got 2 slabs of those. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this up with 2 different seasonings. I'm going to be using citrus seasoning on one of them, and you can actually use whichever seasoning you want, of course. And on the other one I'm going to be using garlic and herbs, and on those little rib tip things I'm going to be using both. Anyway, so it doesn't matter which I do. So I'm going to start off with the citrus one on this one.
So make sure to season every side of this, and then on the other one I'm going using the garlic and herbs, and like I said, seasoning everywhere.
Anyway, so the rib tips, they were slightly longer to start with, but I just cut them down to pieces because I wanted them like bite size. So I saw 2 rib tip videos last few days. One was from Dan at Smoky Goodness, and the other one was from Malcolm Reed over at How to Barbecue Right. And oh well, I just figured that I'm not gonna copy any of their recipes. I'm just gonna do some rib tips. I do sometimes supplement them for ribs because they're easy to get a hold of and they taste really good. Anyway, I think this is seasoned up enough. I'm gonna leave this in the fridge and I'll meet y'all by the grill. This Weber basket for vegetables, and I'm gonna use that as a charcoal tray. I also got a second fire brick that this is gonna rest upon. I will put that in here, but first got is a half-filled chimney of charcoals that are ashed over. I'm gonna start this off with, so this is like a kind of low minion method. Last time when I tried this out as a kind of seasoning run, I tried the snake method and it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, so today we'd go minion, and there we go, fire on the deck. It'll be fine, I'll put some water on it, don't worry. Anyway, so we got that. I'm gonna throw that in here. I'm just gonna push that in here. Actually, I'm gonna flatten that out. So now we're gonna have to get a chunk of wood in here. So I'm just gonna put that on top of the coals, just like so. This is gonna be fine. I'm probably gonna have to refill this after a while, but that's okay. I'm gonna put the ribs on the top shelf like this, and we're gonna have the rib tips on the second shelf. Spread them out a little bit, and then I realized I had a third level. So what I did was I took 4 drumsticks. I can make some sandwiches with this week. I'm just gonna put them on there as well. There we go. Now we need to figure out where the probes went. We have a probe in height of each level. So I've got 3 probes today as well. I'm gonna close this up. 3 probes, just to keep track of temperature. I'm gonna temp these all through the cook anyway. So that's that. Just gonna leave it to it, and I'll meet you back in a few hours. Okay, so it's been 4 hours and I just temped the chicken. Time to take them off. This is running quite steady at 230, which is just the way I wanted to. So that's good. The chicken has reached 185, so it's going to be perfect to pull this. But this video is not about that. That's it. These are looking really nice as well, and ribs are also getting quite a nice color. Time to close it up and ready to go.
Okay, so it's been about 4.5 hours, and I think it's time to get these rib tips off and sauce them up. The pit has been holding steady at between 225, 235 more or less the whole time. It did spike in the beginning, but that will settle down once I got the vents closed down almost all the way. So, lesson learned today is that sand equals higher temps and water equals lower temps, of course. And there we go. So this is what we got now. They look really nice. And for the rib tips, I'm going to be using some sweet and spicy chipotle sauce. Just going to slather it on there, stir it up, and then back on the grill for maybe an hour or so. Get nice and coated, just like so. And back we go. The ribs have reached just about 170, so they still got a ways to go. And there we go. Back to cooking. Okay, so it's been another half hour or so, and I've decided to wrap the ribs. I'm gonna wrap them by themselves. This actually looks pretty good. They have shrunk down quite a lot, which is good. I'm gonna wrap them up and then put them back on the smoker for another hour or so. So this has been resting now for about, I would say, 45 minutes since I took them off. These packages are really warm. This smells very nice. I'm gonna check this to see the bones are going that way, which means I'm gonna slice this like it would have been real normal ribs. So I'm just gonna cut through here. It's very juicy. As you can see, there's a little piece of cartilage down there, because this is what normally would constitute the rib tip. It's falling apart. There we go. See. Yeah, it's full of the bone. The bone just came out of there. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this up and I'm gonna give this a try. There we go, some smoker cabinet ribs. Just for the sake of science, I did cut a piece of the other rib as well, so I'm going to start with that. This is the garlic and herb one. Super tender, super flavorful, really, really good. I'm going to try the other one. Nice, lemony. Also very good. I like this cabinet already. And then of course the sweet and chipotle rib tip. That's just like a dessert, a little bit sweeter. So I'm gonna finish this. Thank you for watching. Bye.